Today's topic is writing an introduction paragraph for our argumentative essays. Been on this journey for a while now. Recently, we've been organizing our thoughts for our essays in our graphic organizer, and we're using an essay outline. Sometimes, at least for me as a writer, creating my introduction paragraph is usually the most difficult time I have in writing my essay. We know that an introduction paragraph is so important to getting our audience hooked and interested in what we're writing. And especially in an argumentative essay, when we're trying to get the audience on our side and to believe that our position on the claim is the right one, we want to make sure that we're starting off strong. So today's lesson is going to focus on spending time understanding what our introduction should look like and what the elements are that we should have in our introduction paragraph. So what we need to focus on is our essay's introduction needs to include a hook or something that grabs our reader's attention. We want to make sure that from sentence 1, they want to keep reading, right? I like to think of our introduction paragraphs a lot like a movie trailer. So we see a brief scene of a movie and we're hooked right away. What about those trailers gets us to the movie theater? Okay? What are we going to tell our readers in our introduction paragraph that gets them all the way through our body paragraphs into our conclusion? We want to make our claim and state our position in our introduction paragraph, and we want to include our strong thesis statement. So this is a sample essay, and it has a really good hook. It's a really good, strong introduction paragraph to an argumentative essay. I will not pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. This must be the words of thousands of Puerto Ricans living in the island today, wishing that their small island would once and for all become free from the colonization of the United States. Puerto Rico has been living under U.S. domination for the past 92 years, and it's considered the last nation in Latin America that is still living in colonization. Puerto Ricans want to be free and should be allowed to be free, to have the opportunity to vote for the president who sends its young people to war, to have their own currency, to fly one flag in all their schools, and finally to feel pride in being an independent nation and not labeled with terms like territory and commonwealth. Bigger and more powerful nations that inhabit smaller nations for various benefits should never deny a nation's culture and roots. Instead, in these modern times, people should be allowed to govern themselves and be independent nations. In the midst of the struggle over status, U.S. Commonwealth or independency, only one clear realization can come of this. Puerto Rico ought to be independent and refuse Commonwealth to the United States of America. From the beginning of this paragraph, I'm hooked. I will not pledge allegiance to the flag. That's something that we're so used to hearing. I pledge allegiance to the flag. And for someone in their first sentence to take a stand against that is really intriguing. It's a really good hook. It grabs the reader's attention. So focus your hook on immediately grabbing the attention of your readers. I want us today to draft our introduction paragraph. Okay? And after seeing that sample, that example of a good, strong introduction paragraph, I want you to focus on a hook today. We're going to be spending time drafting, planning, and revisiting these intro paragraphs, and we'll focus on making sure our claim is clear, making sure we're developing a strong thesis statement. But today I want your focus to be on that hook. How are you going to make sure that your introduction paragraph makes your readers want to read the rest of your essay and believe and support your argument? I'd like for you to seek feedback from at least 2 peers in our class today. I want you to make sure that what you're writing is intriguing to others. Because remember, we're trying to argue for our side, which means we need support from others. Happy writing!